We've seen, some of the sentiment pouring in all weekend long for actor Robbie Coltrane. He most famously played Hagrid in the Harry Potter series, died last week at the age of 72, and some of his fellow actors have really been remembering their time together. It's been really touching to see some of the tributes for him.
Yeah, so Emma Watson, she posted about his kindness and what a kind person he was. Daniel Radcliffe posted about how, as kids, he always had the ability to make them laugh. Tom Felton told a story about back when they were filming the first movie and they had their first overnight shoot when they were in the Forbidden Forest, how, he kept the kids alert and made the whole thing fun and not scary and daunting. And then my favorite is probably Rupert, AKA Ron, who his memory is that Robbie always smelled of cigars and beard glue. So same.
Oh, jeez.
Cigars and beard glue. Right.
But everything's
Hagrid's
rolling
beard
in.
was, he did not grow that himself. It was a pretty impressive beard.
Yeah, and so all the tributes are rolling in. It's very sad. Hagrid, had a huge part on so many of our childhoods. And I remember back in, it was like over the holidays last year when HBO Max did the reunion special. He talked about how 50 years from now, he's not going to be here, but Hagrid will live on, and the legacy and the pride that he had in that. And it's so sad that he's passed, but it's a big moment to know that no matter what, Hagrid will live on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Left such a big impact as a late in life Harry Potter fan. This was, really sad. But I saw that clip that you said as well. He's like, in 50 years, I won't be here, but Hagrid will, for all the little kids who will become fans alike.
Such a comforting presence for so many people.
Yeah, and as a person who was a little bit older when the Harry Potter series came out, Hagrid was certainly that adult character within the film series that you could see all the kids kind of gravitate towards. And it was so lighthearted, and it was so fulfilling to see, his character come to life. And let's all be honest, we've all Googled how tall Hagrid was at one point or another. And, come to find out he was only, a normal height individual that wore platform shoes for this period.
I remember the first time I saw Robbie Coltrane on a red carpet, I was like, oh, wait a minute, he's a normal guy. They made him look so big in the movies.
7? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you can see the difference in our ages right now, because Emily, you and I are pretty close in age. And I remember I went to the midnight book openings or whatever when they would release the book and open up the big boxes. I went and saw all the movies at midnight, and my parents took me. And so I just have a very magical place in my heart through everything that's happened with Harry Potter.
Same here. Yep. I went to a couple of the midnight releases for those books and the films, and it's just, such a little part of my childhood that I still just, it was so sad to hear last week when he died. But
Potterheads till you die.
Seriously,
right?
It just speaks to how strongly the fandom has held on to these stories over the years, just how many people, were affected by that. But sticking with Harry Potter, there's some more gossip from the set of Harry Potter. I guess some of the actors are now kind of spilling the tea on what it was like to work together.
So Tom Felton, AKA Draco Malfoy, he has a memoir that he just put out, and it's called Beyond the Wand, which, what a great name. And in it, he talks about how he and Emma Watson have always kind of had a spark between the two of them. So we've known for years that initially Emma had a crush on him, but he kind of goes into detail about, well, then he had a crush on her. And it's just kind of always gone back and forth, but their timing has never matched up. But so much so that when he was younger, his girlfriend could tell that he had feelings for Emma Watson and was like, nope, over here.
Interesting. Well, he's older and married with a kid now, right?
I have no idea.
Is he married? I don't know. If I were his wife, though, I'd be a little upset if he's going out on the talk show circuit and promoting his feelings for Emma. I did not know that.
I thought he was, because when I was younger, I had a big crush on Tom Felton, and I remember looking him up sometime a few years ago, and I thought that he was. Did I get that?
Oh,
according to Google, he does not have a wife.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Rupert Grint is married.
Okay.
Now he's got a baby.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of, because he did have a baby. Yeah, Tom Felton. Okay, well, he's getting the book selling that way.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe the stars could align for them after all. Good
I
old
mean, a
Google.
Gryffindor and a Slytherin. Let's see this happen. I am here for this. It's like the fan fiction that we all wrote in 7th grade coming to fruition.
That we all wrote. I did not, but
Yeah, no, neither did I, Emma. I didn't.
That may have just been you, Liz. But,
Oh,
Thank you.
but
Thank you,
I
Emily.
agree.
I just-
I am also here for it if they were to start dating now. I think that would be.
Look, they're
Goodness.
both
The
in their
next
mid
chapter.
30s for if you want to feel old moment. They're both in their mid 30s and like why not? I remember when Emma Watson was going to Brown University in Rhode Island. I was working out there at the time and she was like all the rage. You would see her
I
going
know.
in and out
She
of
was.
bars
I
in
love
that
them all.
area.
Hey guys, we're almost out of time. We got to go to break, but great to talk Harry Potter with you. I could talk about it all day. Have a good one.
bye,
All right, take care,
friends.
guys.
All right, we're back with more right after this.